So today we're going to be reviewing
Birds of Prey and the long title of Harley Quinn.
Yeah, so we're currently driving home from Birds of Prey, and this was a very interesting movie, to say the least.
There's a lot to like about it. I mean, there's a lot going on, and I don't know if I'm just tired, but I was for the first time to me, I was shoveling popcorn because I was freaking dying.
What are your initial thoughts?
I mean, I think it was. I think I liked it. I mean, I had a good time with it. I don't think it's a movie that definitely wouldn't go see it in theater again. I think I enjoyed it. I mean, obviously there's one glaring issue I have with the movie that's hard to ignore, just because it's a character that is there throughout the whole thing. Yeah, I think I enjoyed it for the most part. I mean, I definitely liked it. If you're looking for a reaction, I liked it a lot more than Captain Marvel.
Yeah, so this movie is definitely, there is a lot of different things going through my head right now after seeing this. I was honestly, before the last 3 minutes of this movie, I was thinking, I'm going to give this a positive grade, and then it sent me on a low note at the end of the movie. But yeah, there is certain things I liked, there's certain things I didn't like, but this definitely is a very confusing movie to grade. I'm going to try to give it a grade in this review, but this is definitely going to be interesting. There's things that make me so happy, but then things that make me so mad.
And honestly,
but what are your positives?
Well, for one thing, I guess for positives, the action is definitely really good. I think I read somewhere that it was one of the choreographers or whatever from John Wick movies, and I definitely saw the comparison with how well shot most of the fight scenes were, because a lot of it was hand to hand. These characters they're not like Superman, but they're more like Hawkeye level, Black Widow level type fighters. That's just their comparison. I think the fight scenes are amazing. There were some really funny moments. I mean, I was laughing a few times. I mean, a couple of times I was laughing just because I thought they were funny. There was characters I really enjoyed. I thought the villains were really bad in this movie. There were some scenes I did not expect to see. Some really gruesome moments,
like brutal scenes.
It was rated R, and that stuff I enjoyed. I really wish more of our superhero movies were like that. To see, I mean, it really just impacts more when you see things that brutal. And I definitely liked. I mean, I liked almost every character in the movie and their arcs, aside from one. Or positive is like the fact that this is definitely in this universe. Like there was multiple, like there's a part where Harley Quinn talks about how she became her, and she mentions everything with Suicide Squad, which means it's in this universe.
Like we have to acknowledge right off the bat that this is a feminist film. I mean, that has to be acknowledged, and I kind of knew that going in, but I have to say this was definitely handled a lot better than Captain Marvel, and I have to draw a comparison because they're both feminist films. But at least this one, there's good action.
Entertaining.
And yeah, there is no doubt this is a feminist film. I mean, there's not one man in this movie that is good.
No.
And so that has to be put off right off the bat, which it bothers me, but like I said, I'm going to try to get by it.
We thought there was one, but there's not.
There's definitely some stuff with cops that it bothered me, but like I said, I'm trying to get by it to enjoy this movie.
It makes sense.
And that stuff bothered me, but yeah, they are villains, so you think everything they're doing, they're villains, yeah. This movie, it was definitely, the action was great. They're great. The characters are really interesting, and the stuff they do is great, and the action is really good. I mean, I can't deny it. There's great music choices, great songs throughout this movie, except for, the last one's fine, but no, there are definitely some great song choices, great action. Those are my main positives, and really just the main thing, it is a feminist film, which just bothers me that they have to do that. They don't need to do it. The villain was good. I wish we could have seen more. I wish we could have seen some more from the villains.
Yes.
But they were definitely interesting. It was an interesting movie. I wasn't bored. That's the thing. I was not bored, and so that's a positive. But what are your main negatives?
My biggest negative is a certain character in the movie. I couldn't even tell you her name. There's a character that's like a good character that's you just see the entire freaking time, and there's no escaping her. She's on screen. There's a couple moments of relief. She got thrown against the wall once. The negative I have, for me, once again, I was kind of tired when I was watching this movie a little bit. Not really from the movie, but they really go all around the place. It makes sense. It's Harley Quinn, especially like she's insane. She's literally insane. She fell on the Ace Chemicals. Like, that's her character. So it's kind of the idea of the movie. For me, I was trying to track where things were where. I mean, I wasn't lost, but I was like, okay, so now we're back here. That's how they did the similar Suicide Squad mentality of having the names show up, especially for characters you don't know. Like, you need to see who they are, else you're gonna be lost. I mean, to me personally, there really wasn't. That could have been a lot worse with certain elements. It is freaking red right now.
Yeah,
But,
I mean, I think my biggest negatives is the fact it is a feminist film, and that's really obvious. Every last man, and I don't care what anyone says, every last man in this movie is bad or betrays you or is evil or is trying to just like kidnap you. And that's the thing that is always, it's still, I have to mention it. I mean, I just have to. That it's not necessary. There's great action. I like all the characters in this movie. It doesn't need to be a feminist movie, though. Like, I still liked this movie, but just name me one time that any of the past group superhero movies that there was no females. There's always been a female. Avengers, there's Black Widow. Guardians of the Galaxy, there's 2 or 3 females on the team. So they've never been excluded from the teams, and if anything, they've been in the minority for some of them. But Guardians, there's 3 out of the 5 are females, so there's just no reason for it. I liked all the characters in it, I liked the action, I liked the song choices, but there's just no reason for this to be a super feminist film. I still liked it, but that's my biggest negative.
And if really, honestly, in my opinion, most of the over-the-topness of certain characters, the way I was viewing it, is this is Harley Quinn's like mindset. She obviously she's insane. She might be over exaggerating a lot of the things, and like, I mean, I thought they really did. I mean, all the villains. It would have been nice to see a couple characters that were not all terrible, that were not just women. I mean, I kind of, they were all villains. That's why I didn't really care, because they're beating up on villains. I'm fine if they do that. And they didn't kill any good characters, really. There was a couple like slow moments, but overall there was a lot of action. I thought there were some boss scenes for the villain. I mean, there was a scene where he's walking out of his car at the end with the freaking music. Whenever I hear stuff like that, I envision like Thanos or Darkseid like walking like that, because I want to see shots like that with those characters.
The main thing, and it's not a spoiler to say, a certain character, the female cop character, is just did not need to be in this movie.
No.
And it was really weird because, and don't even try to tell me that I'm trying to be a sexist because I don't want to be in it. Everyone's a female in this movie.
We enjoyed everyone except her.
Yeah, everyone except her. It seemed so just weird for her to be there, because you have the superheroes, Harley Quinn, you have the Black Canary, and you have all them, and they make sense there.
And the little girl makes sense there too.
Yeah, and she's integral to the plot, but the cop character comes in drunk, wearing a weird shirt, fighting Harley Quinn, and it makes no sense why she's there. It doesn't seem right. It's like she's from a different movie. She didn't need to be there. No. Shouldn't have been there. And the main negatives out of the movie come from her character.
Yes.
She didn't need to be in there. And the part at the end with the cops thing was just stupid.
One thing I want to add to the little girl character is I think that's the way they handled her is exactly how they should have handled Shuri in the Marvel and the MCU, because the whole time they're protecting her. Did she have one moment where she like beat up someone? Like, there was a couple moments where like she helped out on the side, but she never she wasn't doing her little boo blasters in front of Thanos or Darkseid.
Yeah.
Like, I thought they handled her pretty good. I thought they were gonna have a stupid scene, but I didn't have an issue with her. Yeah. So I think for this movie, if you take that cop character out of the movie entirely, in my opinion, this is a 7.5 out of 10. But because she's in the movie and she's doing stupid crap, and because of her, I would have to say this movie is give it a 6.5 out of 10. That cop character brings it down a whole point for me. And honestly, 7.5 would be a really solid grade in my opinion. 8 and above are really good, but because that character's in, I think Montoya, maybe that's her name.
Yeah, I mean, if I had to say, I've been thinking about this grade for a while, and yeah, the biggest negative is that one girl cop character, just because it just seemed like so out of left field, and it really took away from the other superheroes, because if she's able to fight these guys, then it's not as impressive when they do it, because it's like, okay, well, this random cop can do it. This random cop girl is not even a superhero. So that was a major flaw. There were some excellent fight scenes.
Yeah.
I definitely like the fight scenes where Harley Quinn's beating up the people in the jail. It's a great scene.
Definitely.
Some really good fight scenes, great song choices, but I mean, that character takes it down a point, and then the whole feminist agenda thing, how every last man is bad, and little comments everywhere takes it down at least 2 points, and that's being generous. I mean, take out that crap, and we could have we could have a 10 here. But I'd have to give it a 7 out of 10, which would be like a C for me. And yeah, because I thought the action was great, the song choices were great. I really liked most of the characters.
Yeah.
Take out that character, take out the unnecessary feminist crap, where every man is bad, and this could have been a great movie.
Yeah, but I gave it 6.5, you gave it a 7. I think it's definitely a movie that if you're a DCU guy, I think you can definitely enjoy it. There's a lot of stuff that you probably get out of this that we didn't get out of it because we're not comic readers.
Yeah, I mean, other than the feminist stuff and there was some agenda stuff, but I mean, the action was still great. I still had some positives, but take out the feminist stuff where every last man is bad, because that's never how it's been in the past. But all the females have never been bad like that, so no reason to do it the other way. But like, I mean, much better than Captain Marvel. And the reason we keep comparing that is because they're two feminist films.
Yeah.
Two superhero feminist films.
One done much better than the other. Now it still can be done much even better than this. But yeah, thanks for watching our non-spoiler review of Birds of Prey, and we'll see you guys in the spoiler section. Bye, guys.